You are watching the FC podcast. Give us a follow on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. Leave us a like and enjoy. Right, welcome back to the FC podcast, episode number 10. Is it number 10?
It is number 10.
We were trying to figure out what episode we're on, weren't we?
We are in double figures now.
That's it, double figures.
We've taken it this far. We've taken it this far.
Yeah, that means we've got to keep going.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We're committed now.
Yeah, how are we?
All good? I'm all good, thank you. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I'm all right. I've got like some pent up anger this week.
Okay.
Is that the word? Pent up?
Pented.
Pent up? I'm angry.
I'd say pent up anger.
Yeah, I've got some inside anger.
Inside anger. Well,
Yeah.
you vented it a little bit if I think it's what you're going to say.
Yeah, I don't actually think... It was happened on Sunday. We're currently on Friday, by the way.
Lovely.
Right, and I'm still not over it.
Okay. Enlighten us.
It was trains. I got trained.
Trains.
It was trains. Trains annoyed me. We were stuck in a place in like the arse end of nowhere for 2 hours. It was very important to note the train I got on was for Chester. Liverpool to Chester, Merseyrail, right?
Mm.
That was the train.
Yeah.
We ended up getting off in a place called Hooton.
Chris Hooton.
That's it, yeah. Just in 2013 Norwich team was there.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, we got off in a place called Hooton. Now, if any of people that listen or watch this are from Hooton, it's a shithole. There's nothing there. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is.
I'm indifferent to Hooton. I've never been.
I was indifferent to Hooton. I actively would say I dislike Hooton now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were on the train to Chester. Again, very important part of that. On the train to Chester. Although this train was delayed by 45 minutes anyway.
Mm.
Liverpool Lime Street to Chester. It's a very simple Merseyrail, yeah?
Yeah.
It terminates at Chester.
Should have been a very simple rail.
Should have been a very simple one. So, we're on the train, sitting there, loving life, chilling. I've got my music on. The train is packed, by the way, because there's like 2 trains worth of people now.
Yeah.
And then we get to Hooton, comes over the tannoy. Boom, boom. Doesn't do that. It goes...
That didn't do quite much of the effect.
No, I know. I don't know what I was going for with that. But it goes, this train will terminate here. You need to get off and wait for a replacement bus.
You thought your life was going to terminate there as well.
And I went, okay, well, that's a bit annoying, isn't it? And my other half was getting a bit stressed and she was like fretting.
Which half, your left or your right?
She was on me right. She was on me right. And I said, it's all right, don't worry. Chill out, be fine. The bus will be here soon. So we get off in Hooton and we go and wait for this bus at a bus stop. And let me tell you, the bus stop, in fact, Hooton train station is maybe the size of this room.
Okay, interesting.
I have been in bigger bathrooms than Hooton train station, let me tell you now.
Okay. Wrexham bus station's got a big bathroom.
Yeah. It's like a wet room, that, isn't it?
It's wet from something.
Anyway, not important. Hooton train station. And we're there waiting. We go and wait at this bus stop. Like 20 minutes passes and no one's even said anything about a bus yet. And we're just sort of standing there like, what the fuck do we do? So I went and looked for another train. All trains terminated. Everything. Only back to Liverpool, which doesn't help us.
No. It adds to your journey, really, doesn't it?
So I go and there's a Merseyrail worker there.
Mm.
So I'm thinking, right, Kieran, we'll go in. We'll not be angry, even though I was starting to get a little bit peeved.
Peeved?
Peeved.
I like that word.
And I went, mate, do you have any idea what's going on? Any sort of update on when this bus is going to arrive and what the crack is? And he looked at me, dead in the eye, and went, well, I don't know.
Oh, I'm glad you said I don't know then, because for people listening on Spotify then, they're waiting for a... And what did he say?
Yeah. Looked at me, I don't know.
Yeah.
So at that point, my head went, this guy, he's trying to annoy me. So I did use some...
Obscenities.
Not obscenities, but it was raining as well. And we're standing outside. And we had one of them shit Primark bags. The paper ones. Yeah. Some woman had to give us a plastic bag.
Oh, God.
Which was quite demoralising, but a lovely woman. Anyway, half hour passes and waiting at this bus stop, and a bus turns up.
Yay.
Yeah. Very important to remember, this train was for Chester.
Okay.
Important part of the story. Train turns up.
Yeah.
For Ellesmere Port.
Okay.
Bus turns up for Ellesmere Port. you want to know how many people got on this bus? There are maybe 200 people at this bus stop now. Because another train turned up as well.
So how many people got on the bus?
To Ellesmere Port.
184.
Yeah? No, to Ellesmere Port, yeah?
Yeah.
Not one.
Ah, fair enough.
Everyone going to Chester, mate. Not one person got on an Ellesmere Port bus.
Delightful.
You know what happened then?
What happened then?
The bus drove off.
Ah.
The bus then drove off.
Grand.
All in all, an hour and a half I stood there waiting for a replacement bus to Chester. Now, doesn't end there.
Does it now?
No. Hooton to Chester is a 20-minute drive. This bus, Connor, took us 51 minutes.
Oh, very accurate.
Yeah, I timed it.
Ooh.
51 minutes. I don't know where he went. Like, probably back to Liverpool.
You could have walked down.
I literally could have. Like, it took us 6 hours to get from Liverpool to Gabowin.
Yeah, you could have walked the train line.
To Wrexham. People know Wrexham more, don't they?
Yeah.
You should be an hour. Hour and a half maximum. 6 hours it took us, mate.
Disgusting.
So that's why I'm angry.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Another thing that we can be angry with as football fans.
Yeah, we should probably talk about that, shouldn't we?
Point deduction for Everton.
Yeah.
What's your take, Kieran?
I think it's a load of old
Cod's wallop.
gobbledygook, isn't it?
It is really, isn't it? I mean, 10 points for breaking, what was it? Financial and sustainable. No. Profitable and sustainability breaches, weren't they?
Yeah.
For overspending on their stadium and have now been deducted 10 points, which is currently in appeal, isn't it?
Yeah. Not very fair, is it? I think it's a bit. I can see where. I mean, they broke the rules.
Yeah.
Let's start with that. They did break the rules,
and it's one charge, so it's taken.
That's what I think people are maybe forgetting, and obviously they're all going. But what about Chelsea? What about City? And yes, I do agree with that. And they're all going. The Premier League's corrupt. Sack everyone. But yeah, it's only one charge in it, so it's going to take a shorter amount of time to investigate.
And it was only 9 points until they started arguing more and they got another point.
Yeah.
Which is ludicrous because Portsmouth went into administration in like 2009, didn't they? And got 9 points.
Yeah. It is very excessive, isn't it? 10 points is very excessive.
God, yeah.
It is a lot, and I think it's dead unfair. I can't disagree, it is unfair. Because everyone wants to sue him now as well, don't they?
Yeah.
It's like 6 teams being like, well, what about that? Free money, that, isn't it?
So we went down below Everton last year. You know, let's get a little bit off them.
Yeah. But I think something's going to happen with City eventually. But there's 115 charges to investigate there.
Yeah.
Every charge has got to be investigated. So it's going to take a longer time. Obviously, that's just natural maths.
It's like everyone's like saying, oh, it'll take so long to investigate the 115. There's already the one charge that they were paying Roberto Mancini £2 million either a month or a year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, a year. They were paying it him into his account, and then they were also paying it into an offshore account. So that's a charge that surely is much worse than what Everton were doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, not declaring this offshore account, which has been found. And, they'd signed, was it Robinho?
Yeah.
Fraudulently.
A lot of it was that sort of, is when they took over, wasn't it?
It was sort of 2008 to 2018, wasn't it? Their charges were.
I mean, like, something's going to happen with him.
100%.
And then Ollie's going to be a Premier League winner.
Yeah. But then Liverpool are probably going to overtake us in top flight titles, aren't they?
No, we would have won 2.
Would we have only won 2?
Yeah. Liverpool only would have won 2.
We'd be level then, would we? Oh,
Yeah.
No, we'd be one ahead.
Liverpool would have won 2 as well, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Mourinho and Solskjaer would have won 1.
Oh, yeah. Another team.
Respect, man.
Respect. Another team being investigated. Tottenham Hotspur. Have you heard?
No, I've not really. I've seen bits about it.
Yeah, for the signing of Jermaine Defoe. Was it?
Oh, I did see that actually. Yeah, I did see that this morning. That broke, didn't it?
So it was to Portsmouth from Tottenham in 2008.
Yeah.
So they have breached agent ruling by both clubs were dealing with an unlicensed agent in the talks of that transfer.
That's a bit mad, that, isn't it? That's a bit silly.
Yeah.
That's a bit silly.
I
just feel like now they're just going, right, every transfer that's ever happened.
Yeah, let's look into it.
Shall I tell you a transfer that does need to be investigated?
That I could. Well,
Richarlison for £60 million. That needs to be investigated.
he's a man of money laundering.
Anthony for £85 million.
Oh,
that needs to be investigated.
He's part of a money laundering scheme.
I'm convinced of it.
Yeah. 10 hours got money in an offshore account.
Yeah.
That he used the Anthony transfer to, fund.
Yeah. But long story short, I think Everton have been very
unlucky.
Yeah. Although it's a big mess there at the minute, innit? Because everyone wants to sue them and everyone's kicking off. And
have you heard what they're doing this weekend at United game?
Yeah, they've given people... But obviously United fans are going to hold them up, aren't they? Signs.
Oh.
They're holding up signs saying Premier League is corrupt, and they're giving them out to United fans and Everton fans. They've printed 38,000.
Wow.
And I mean, obviously United fans are going to hold that up, aren't they? Because
that wasn't what I was going with.
Well, they're kicking off about Man City not being fined, so obviously United fans are going to go, well, yeah, go on, mate, we'll have some of them, yeah. Crack on, son.
Yeah, exactly. They are also apparently going to be going with pre-recorded crowd noise on the TV coverage of the game.
Wow.
And muting out the crowd because of the inevitable chants that are going to be broadcasted. My argument is you won't be able to hear the home fans over the rabid away end.
Yeah. To be fair, the United away support is the best in the country.
100% by a country mile.
But I didn't know that. Wow, that's an interesting thing to do.
Yeah, so like when we were in COVID, having all like the pre-recorded sounds and everything.
Yeah.
They're going to be doing that.
I didn't like that.
No, I didn't.
I quite liked the empty crowd
And
noises.
how can you mute out a stadium and how can you have the commentary team on and not have the sound of the crowd in behind them?
Yeah, I don't...
That's a weird one, how they're going to do it, but...
Well, I'm sure they can do it.
Probably.
Like, they can do anything, can't they?
Got a bit of cash and they behind on the Premier League.
Yeah, they do now, yeah. They're finding everyone, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. Peter Drury on that game and all.
Yeah. No, I didn't know they're doing that. That's weird. This will be going out after that game, so it'll be interesting to see what's actually happened with it.
Yeah, exactly. Another thing that's been dominating the sports news recently, Man United's takeover.
Yeah.
What's your view on all of that? What do you think's happening?
Do you know what? Weirdly, I'm not against Jim Ratcliffe coming in.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like a lot of people are, but...
Because it's not the Qataris.
I don't think I am. Okay, it's better than nothing. Well, obviously, we want a full sale. Obviously, we want a full sale. But at least with him coming in, it's an improvement in it. It's an improvement on the Glazers. And I know a lot of people go, yeah, but look at how much money you've spent and look at all this. The Glazers aren't that bad, are they? No, they are.
Yeah.
They are. You know when Man City played Man United women at the weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah. Parts of the stadium fell on fans' heads.
I've seen that. I've seen that in the concourse.
Two fans had concrete fall on their head in the concourse.
Yeah, that is absolutely nuts, isn't it?
The stadium needs investment. If you look over the Glazers' tenure at United,
which is about 18 years now, isn't it?
they have not ever put a penny into United.
They put 8 million for that new safe standing.
Oh, they did, yeah.
Yeah.
£8 million.
Yeah.
Which, all right, that's a lot of money, but the money that they earn, it's not a lot of money.
Exactly. And the money that they have spent, it's not been out of their pocket that they've spent it. It's been from the club.
Exactly, yeah.
The club that the money is generated.
What I was going to say, United as a business is incredibly successful. The money they earn, the money they turn over, the money they make, they earn more money than any team in the world.
That money could run the club. We don't need rich owners to do that.
Well, exactly, yeah. That's exactly what I was going to say. United aren't one of the clubs that needs super, super mega rich owners. Like Newcastle do, like City do, like Wrexham have. You know, like all these clubs in the world need the rich owners.
Yeah.
United don't. There is only a handful of clubs in the world that don't need these rich owners. You know, your Uniteds, your Liverpools, your Barcelonas, your Real Madrid, teams like that, the big teams in the world. United don't need rich owners.
No.
We've got rich owners that take money from the club. The club United, the money United earn is what we spend on players and transfers and stuff. And like, prime example, we couldn't afford this season to sign players.
So how many people did we get in that last week and how many of them were on loan?
Exactly, yeah.
I think the only money we spent was buying deer. I think that was only like 4 mil.
Yeah.
So had Evans, Amrabat, buying deer. Who else do we have in that week?
Did Hoyland sign that week as well, I think. I think Hoyland signed that week.
Did he?
Yeah, I think so. He was 70 million. But anyway, that's not the point I'm trying to make. Like, just, United don't need the rich owners.
No.
They make plenty of money. And if we're going to have rich owners, they need to put some money at the club so we can
Clear the
compete
debt
with the
first.
signings that PSG are making and City are making and Newcastle are making.
I don't think we'll ever have a problem with the attraction of players.
No, I don't think the attraction, it's the financial. Because obviously, like, if you're a rich team and you've got some billionaire coming in, putting 4 billion into the club, obviously that's going to benefit you massively.
Mm.
And United maybe, would benefit from that. We don't need it because United could afford to do it.
Yeah.
But we'd be in such a better position financially if the Glazers weren't there because of the debt they've put us in, the money they've taken out of the club. It's just a cash cow for a minute.
Yeah.
And I think that's what people fail to see. So, yeah, Jim Ratcliffe coming in, I think maybe I'm all right with it. Like Nice are top of the French league. He owns them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, look, I ain't going to knock it. I mean, I would have rathered the Qataris come in.
Yeah.
I can't lie. But I would have rathered the Sheikh. But I ain't against Jim Ratcliffe. He's a United fan. The richest man in the UK.
Yeah, owner of Ineos.
He gets it. He gets United, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm all right with it. I think I'm all right with it. And I think maybe one day it'll lead to a full sale.
Yeah, he wants that initial 25% share.
But now he would be a majority shareholder. So
Yeah.
he could stop the Glazers doing stupid stuff.
Yeah, he'll be in charge of all football decisions as well. And
which
with his own staff.
And like, I know the Nice fans didn't really like him, but they're top of the league. They've
Under the Ineos ownership.
yeah. I'm all right with it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not. I haven't done a lot of research into Nice and his ownership of Nice. I can't lie.
They've got shares in Tottenham, haven't they?
I don't know, have they?
Yeah.
But looking at it from the surface, I'm all right with it. I'm all right with it, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be Ratcliffe out then soon, won't it? Everyone will be chanting that instead of Glazers out.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to have Nice scarves.
Nice scarves, yeah.
Nice instead of Norwich.
Yeah. But I do think the Glazers' time is numbered. And I do think there will be a point where they go. But I think the Premier League need harsher rules on it and they need to be more sort of, what's what I'm looking for, on top of who purchases these teams.
My phone is vibrating really loudly.
I heard that.
And me.
They need to be on top of who's buying the teams because you look at some teams that are just going down the pan. Like it's becoming more frequent for teams to go into liquidation. Like Reading, look at Reading.
Yeah. Yeah. It's nuts, isn't it?
But yeah, Ratcliffe, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I think I will be. It's like the third kit of United, isn't it? You looked at it at the start of the season, you're like, that's a bit grim, that. But then I've grown to like it.
Yeah, I think everyone was going, we don't want Jim Ratcliffe because of who he was up against. Obviously, the idea and the proposition of...
And the money.
Of the rich Qatari prince coming in, you're like, oh my God, we will be able to buy anyone we want.
Yeah, literally, there was all stories about Mbappe, Bellingham.
I would have loved it. I would have loved them to come in. I can't lie. But they're not going to. It's not going to happen.
No.
I keep seeing things on Twitter about them going, oh yeah, he's going to come. It's still coming.
Yeah.
They've had a bit of 7 billion accepted. It's not happening. It's not happening. All right. Let it go.
Can't wait till next time we record. And
it's happened.
Yeah. Collaboration, Ineos, the 92 group, Rain, all together.
Yeah. But no, I'm all right with it. I'm cool with it.
I mean, the Glazers, all in all, the 6 of them will end up having something like a 52% share in the club. So Joel and Avram won't be as involved as what they are at the moment, which obviously isn't very much. But Ratcliffe, you'd expect him to be at every game. He's an Englishman, lives in the country. His services to business as well have been obviously rewarded with a knighthood.
Yeah.
So he's got a clever head on his shoulders. He's, we've got, 1 billion or 2 billion, one of that going into the club initially.
Yeah.
We've just hit the £1 billion mark in debt. So if we can get that £1 billion in, clear the debt first and foremost, and then you've got to be looking at investing in the stadium.
It's got to be stadium, innit? Stadium, training complex.
Yeah.
That sort of stuff. Just don't even worry about players at the minute.
No.
Just don't even worry about it. There's a very good core group of youngsters there. I think maybe take a season to just focus the money on building the club.
Yeah.
Because Ronaldo said in his interview, didn't he, with Piers Morgan?
And changed in like 10 years.
Yeah. He was like, I left 10 years ago and I came back and it's all still the same, which is mental.
for a club like Manchester United.
You just think how technology has changed and how everything's changed since 2009 when he left.
Yeah.
It's been 13 years now.
Yeah, and he came back in 21, didn't he?
Yeah. So 11 years
Yeah.
and nothing had changed. That's mental to think, innit?
Mm-hmm.
Like McDonald's, right? In Chirk. McDonald's in Chirk has updated in that time.
We've had a Mackey's in Old Swiss Street as well.
Yeah. If McDonald's can do it, why can't one of the most successful football teams in the world do it? Do you know what I mean? If you just look at it, it is mental.
Exactly.
But yeah, I'm cool with it.
New Morrison's got built.
Yeah.
In the time that Old Trafford could have. I mean, you've got to look at it. When you're Jim Ratcliffe, you're going to be sat in that office. You got to look at the ground and you got to think, right, Anthony may be crap, but at least he's not falling from the ceiling and landing on fans. You've got to prioritise, really, haven't you? So whoever does come in, whether it be Ratcliffe, whether it be a late bid from the Tories, you know, you've got to be looking at your priorities, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean...
Sorting the debt out, sorting the ground out, sorting the training complex out. Then you look at your players. Or you just let your bloody manager do it.
Exactly, yeah.
That's what you're
exactly.
there for.
Yeah. Have you got an idiot of the week this week?
You know what? I've been thinking. And yeah, I think I've got it.
Mm?
My idiot of the week's got to be Harry Maguire for England.
Why?
Did you not see the match?
I didn't watch it, no. I'm a Welshman, Connor.
Yeah, that's true.
I'd rather not talk about the Wales games. It's quite depressing.
I've got it in my notes.
Mm. We'll speak about it eventually.
So,
we'll save that for another episode.
I mean, it was hard
got it in me
this
yet.
week. It's International Week. It was hard to look for an idiot.
Yeah.
But, I mean, reluctantly, I'm going to give it Maguire because leading up to what should have been a penalty for Malta, Maguire had the ball distributed out kindly by Jordan Pickford into the feet of Harry Maguire. Looks left, he looks right. You know, you could play Kyle Walker. You could play the ball into midfield. Sees the red Maltese man. There you go, sir. Takes the ball, passes it to his counterpart on the left wing, runs into the box, and instead of Maguire thinking, ooh, ball on the floor, let's try and win it, just falls into him, brings him down. Referee doesn't give a penalty.
Amazing.
Absolutely ludicrous that it's not a penalty.
It's funny you mention Harry Maguire because there's been another story doing the rounds this week on Twitter. I don't know if you've seen this. About 3 or 4 weeks ago, maybe even longer, I want to say Ghanaian or Cameroonian
I've seen it.
politician said in like Parliament about Harry Maguire. I'm not going to do the accent. He was in Parliament and he said, there is a defender who plays for Manchester United and he scores all the own goals. His name is Harry Maguire.
Yeah.
Don't be Harry Maguire. He said something like that in Parliament. Mm-hmm. And then in Parliament on Monday he went, I want to apologise to Harry Maguire because he's turned it around and now he is a fantastic defender. Harry Maguire tweeted him. And said, Harry Maguire said, I appreciate your apology. It's accepted. I hope to see you at Old Trafford one day. Like, what kind of weird crossover is that?
Absolutely mad, isn't it? I mean, fair play to the guy for eating his slice of humble pie.
I mean, yeah, fair play to him. I'll put the tweet in this video. Put the tweet. It's there. You see it? It's there.
It's not on my side. Well, it could be actually now if it's on me. Could be anywhere.
But yeah, it was, that was quite funny. Maguire's been loving it this week, hasn't he?
Yeah. So, I mean, after long thoughts and struggling to find, gonna go with Harry Maguire.
Yeah? I thought you were going to go with Nella Rose. I'm a Celebrity.
See, if she had a football under her arm whilst this whole Fred thing was going on.
It's really quite mad, actually, because I don't watch I'm a Celebrity.
No, nor me.
And it's got me well riled.
Yeah, I know.
It's bad.
Team Fred.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
I mean, Tony Belly's gone in there.
I did see. Hey, Wrexham got a mention on it last night.
No way.
Yeah, Wrexham got a mention on I'm a Celebrity last night by Tony Bellew.
How so?
He just said something about Wrexham. He said if Wrexham beat Man United, does that mean Wrexham are a better team?
Oh my God.
So yeah, Wrexham got a mention on I'm a Celebrity.
That is nuts.
Massive.
That is nuts.
We are huge.
One more thing before we finish.
Yes.
Virgil van Dijk came out the other day and said that Liverpool's resurgence of form means that they could be title challengers. What do you reckon?
No.
Nor me. I think the long-haired lady talks a whole load of codswallop.
Yeah. No, I think it's City, isn't it, this season again?
Yeah.
But I do like Spurs.
I do.
Although they've had about 4,000 injuries now and they look a bit pants again.
Yeah.
But it's fine because Postecoglou calls people mates, so it's all good.
Yeah. Blown away, mate.
I do like him, though. He's a very likeable manager, Johnny Postecoglou.
He is.
His name's just dead hard to say.
Ange Postecoglou.
You've got a proper... Is it Post or Posht?
He's an Aussie, isn't he? So I reckon it's Post.
Yeah.
But then...
Easy, mate.
Postecoglou.
Bloody hell, mate. Buy me dinner first.
It's like a Greek name, isn't it?
I don't know. That sounds quite Australian. Australians have got some strange surnames, haven't they?
Then again, you could put anything in an Australian accent and it sound Aussie.
Yeah.
Like...
Bloody...
Brian Lara. Why Brian Lara?
Why does that come to your head? Was he Sri Lankan?
West Indies.
West Indies, yeah. Yeah, well, lovely. So, should we...
So we're saying Liverpool no for the title.
It was a Liverpool no for the title. I'm sorry, Liverpool fans, but I think you'll all agree with me that you're not doing it. It's not happening.
Your midfield's too mediocre.
Oh, I don't know. That Szoboszlai's good.
Is he?
He's a baller, yeah, he's good. I like Szoboszlai.
He's got a fun name.
It's just a shame the rest of them run round like headless chickens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of work to do, haven't they?
Yeah. Endo stinks.
I preferred Hender.
Well, he stunk as well. But that Endo they've signed really does stink.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. He does. He's rubbish.
You can see why Gravenberch was on the bench all last season for Bayern.
Yeah, yeah. Curtis Jones, they reckon he's unreal.
Nope.
I think I'm watching a different Curtis Jones.
I'm better than Harvey Elliott.
Yeah.
Alexis McAllister is playing number 6.
He's all right. He just likes a red card, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He gets a bit angry every now and then.
He's the best player in that midfield, but he plays at number 6.
Yeah.
He had the team built around him at Brighton behind the striker. And he's playing number 6. I mean, if Klopp's the man there that can get that right, so if he gets that midfield right, then, yeah.
Yeah, that was controversial, that, wasn't it? I'm going to annoy some Liverpool fans with that.
Yeah.
And I'm all for it.
See, I was thinking, we'll get some talking about other teams here. We've gone straight to Liverpool and slammed them. And I'm glad.
Yeah, all day.
Glad.
I'm happy to do that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this episode. That was episode number 10, I do believe. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Kieran_D21.
Boom.
You can catch me on the radio every Monday evening and Wednesday afternoons on Carousel FM, talking a little bit more like this. I do talk a little bit about football too on there.
Lovely stuff.
Yeah, come say hi, join in.
And if you want to see a little bit more of this fella, come and see me on TikTok, Talks Ford, Instagram, ConnorFord165. Catch us on Instagram, the FC Pod, and TikTok, the same name. We're on YouTube, Spotify. Just come and see us.
Amazon Music as well.
Yeah.
And Audible and all them.
Yeah. Apple Podcasts. Did you say that?
I don't know.
But yeah, there. Yeah, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, enjoy the rest of your day. We will see you in episode 11. We've been Connor and Kieran on the FC Podcast. Have a blast.
Ta-da.
Ta-da.